Have you ever heard of a place where the past isn't just a memory, but a constant, whispering presence? A place where a single story can define its entire identity. Today, we're journeying into the heart of one such place. A ghost town haunted not just by empty buildings, but by the enduring mystery of a woman who vanished without a trace. This is the story of Etta Hessel. Imagine a crisp day in 1934. The world is grappling with economic hardship, and in a small, fading town, life is already tough. It's in this setting that Etta Hessel, a resident whose own past was something of a local curiosity, simply disappears. One moment she's there, a part of the town's fabric, and the next, she's gone. No note, no struggle, nothing but a deafening silence where a life used to be. Her disappearance immediately sent ripples through the community. How could someone just vanish? The local authorities launched an investigation, but it was fraught with challenges from the very beginning. The town, already in decline, was a place of secrets and shifting allegiances. Witness testimonies, when they could be found, were a tangled mess of contradictions. One person claimed to see her heading west towards the hills. Another swore she was seen boarding an eastbound train. These conflicting accounts didn't just complicate the timeline. They painted a picture of a community where truth was a slippery concept. The investigation quickly hit a wall, turning into a cold case that would baffle investigators for decades. The media latched onto the story. The ghost town vanishing became a headline that captured the public's imagination. In an era without 24-hour news cycles, the tale of Etta Hessel spread through newspapers and radio broadcasts, transforming a local tragedy into a national enigma. People were fascinated. Who was this woman? Was she a victim of a terrible crime? Or did she orchestrate her own escape from a life she no longer wanted? This widespread attention fueled a firestorm of theories. Some were plausible, suggesting she fell victim to a drifter passing through, or that a secret from her past finally caught up with her. The investigation looked into several suspects, from disgruntled acquaintances to shadowy figures she was rumored to have known. Each lead, however, dissolved into a dead end, leaving more questions than answers. But where facts failed, folklore flourished. The town, already teetering on the edge of becoming a ghost town due to economic decline, now had a ghost of its own. Local legends began to take shape, intertwining the real mystery with supernatural tales. People started whispering about sightings of a lonely figure wandering the deserted streets at twilight, a spectral woman forever searching for a way home. These stories, passed down from one generation to the next, became as much a part of the town's history as its abandoned buildings. The ghost town wasn't just a relic of economic failure anymore. It was the final resting place of Etta Hessel's unsolved story. For Etta's family, the years that followed were an agonizing ordeal of unresolved grief. How do you mourn someone when you don't know what happened to them? Every anniversary was a fresh wound, every news clipping a painful reminder. Memorial services were held not just to remember Etta, but to publicly grapple with the gaping hole her absence left behind. The emotional toll on her loved ones was immense. They were trapped in a state of limbo, unable to find closure, forever haunted by the unknown. Their struggle highlights the profound human need for answers, for an end to the story, even if it's a painful one. Years turned into decades, the case files gathered dust. Etta Hessel became a footnote in old police records, a local legend. And then something shifted. Long after the original investigators had retired or passed on, new information began to surface. An unexpected confession from an elderly acquaintance. A deathbed whisper that shed new light on old secrets. This wasn't a dramatic, movie-like revelation, but a slow trickle of information that gave investigators something they hadn't had in years. A new direction. These recent breakthroughs have re-energized the cold case. Modern investigative techniques are being applied to old evidence, and long-forgotten witness accounts are being re-examined. Suddenly, patterns are emerging from the chaos. These developments offer a glimmer of hope that, after nearly a century of silence, the truth about what happened to Etta Hessel might finally be within reach. It's a testament to the fact that some mysteries refuse to stay buried forever. The legend of Etta Hessel is now inseparable from the ghost town she once called home. The site has become a destination for paranormal enthusiasts and dark tourists, all drawn by the chilling tales of ghostly encounters. There are documented reports of strange occurrences, disembodied whispers carried on the wind, doors creaking open in abandoned buildings, and even sightings of a fleeting, ethereal apparition believed to be Etta. These supernatural stories, whether you believe them or not, have had a significant cultural impact. They've shaped the town's identity, turning a place of decay and loss into a site of enduring mystery and fascination. The story of Etta Hessel is more than just an unsolved true crime case. It's a complex tapestry woven from history, folklore, and human tragedy. It touches on the very nature of ghost towns themselves, places that symbolize both nostalgia for what was and the harsh reality of decay. They are liminal spaces, caught between the past and the present, and Etta's story fits perfectly within that narrative. Her enigmatic disappearance is the human heart of the ghost town's legend, a powerful reminder that behind every abandoned building, there are countless untold stories of life, loss, and the enduring quest for answers. As we reflect on this haunting tale, it also prompts us to think about our own lives. Etta's story, in a strange way, encourages us to live fully and embrace the present. Because the future is never guaranteed, it reminds us of the importance of documenting our own journeys, of cultivating meaningful relationships, and of understanding our own emotional landscapes. Much like the writings of thinkers who have faced immense adversity, Etta's unresolved story pushes us to find joy in small moments and to define our own paths, even when faced with uncertainty. So, what really happened to Etta Hessel in 1934? Was she a victim of a crime, a casualty of the harsh times, or the author of her own disappearance? Perhaps one day, the final pieces of the puzzle will fall into place. Until then, her story will continue to echo through the empty streets of a forgotten town, a whisper in the wind, a timeless mystery that captivates and haunts us. The legacy of Etta Hessel is a powerful reminder that some stories never truly end. They simply become legends. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. For more explorations into historical mysteries, let me know your theories about Etta Hessel in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.